60 plus seats.
3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Taufik Oluwafemi. I'm a cinematographer and filmmaker.
David Wolf Everett, and I do my best. When I say I do my best, I'm in entertainment and I'm also in technology.
My name is Timi. I'm a social media manager, projects manager, screenwriter, aspiring filmmaker.
My name is Muriel Wagunkoya. I'm a podcast co-host and an architect.
This is Shama Okewansu, and I'm an actor.
Camille, I'm a videographer, photographer, editor, creative director. Yeah, I'm just that media guy, man.
My name is Tito Abumeri. I'm a photographer and a videographer.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory.
Favorite childhood memory.
Favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory.
That has to be listening to stories from my grandma. I think that's one childhood memory I remember and I don't know, I reflect on, and I wish I had more stories from her.
There are so many, but I think it's an old one. But I was one of all those almost get inside children. All those children that they don't allow to go out. So I was always inside, and I remember how my brothers would just be watching TV all day when everybody's playing outside. And then it was a thing where they thought we were missing out, but I think they were the ones that were missing out because we were just in our own world, basically.
I think it was the last Christmas I had with my dad. Paid for it. I think it was a hotel or something, and took all of us there, and we had a whole week of anything we wanted. And it was quite nice seeing my dad just being free and having fun with us.
I think one of my favorite childhood memories was my 7-year birthday. It was at Alpha Beach. It's just one of those memories that never left my head. How do I say? It was just family, friends, and I remember my dad complaining that I, as a kid that he took to the beach, had sand all over his body. Then his friends started changing it for him, which made me laugh because it's like, how you go bring person come beach? You say, me sand, no touch your body. You get, so yeah, I remember that vividly. I was 7-year-old at the time.
It's a pretty tricky one, but I think one of my favorite childhood memories is roller skating with myself, my brother, and my dad. I think I was about 9 to 10 years old. My brother was 7, and my dad was somewhere in his early 40s.
Playing on the streets, riding my bicycle on the streets with friends, neighbors, and family. Sometimes I look at kids today and I'm pained that they don't have that. Back when I was younger, just go out, move around the neighborhood, with your bicycle, go to this friend's house, that friend's house.
It has to be the day I got my PS1. Yeah. My dad came early from work that day. He just brought this, in fact, it was his driver. His driver brought this big ass bag. You couldn't really see through it. So anyways, they brought it, they said we can't touch the bag, we can't touch the bag. I was just looking, scanning the nylon. I just saw the triangle, box, square, and X logo. I'm like, is this a PS1? I just low-key, we were just chilling. Then my dad came, and he now formed presentation, said, oh yeah, I got this for you. Whoa. I can still feel the chills, man. It was crazy, man.
What is the one thing you would change about yourself?
One thing I would change about myself.
One thing I'll change about myself.
I feel like sometimes I can be lazy. Sometimes I can be very laid back. So if I could change anything, I'll change that one.
I wish I was more extroverted. I wish I was more outgoing. I wish I was able to make more friends and keep in touch with people a lot more.
I would like to have been born a Nepo baby. Yeah, that's one thing I would change about myself. Other than that, I don't think God makes mistakes, so I'm good, yeah.
The one thing I think I would change is hunger. I wish I was hungrier for success.
One thing I'll change about myself, procrastination. Bruh. If I got $1 for every time I procrastinated and how it had put me, I guess I found out through procrastination, I found out that I work very well under pressure. Please, I hope my boss doesn't see this. But yeah, procrastination has to go away in my life so that I can pace myself. And I'm working on it. I've improved on everything, but if I could change it like this, bro, get rid of it right now.
I'm in a season of life where I'm, trying to find a life partner and settle down and all that. So I think with single people, the longer it takes to settle down, the more we tend to wish that we had prioritized dating and finding somebody earlier on. So to answer the question, I'd say I wish I had given a bit more priority to settling down a few years ago, years ago.
I think the thing I would have changed about myself is there's some things I think I would have started doing way earlier, like to help me get to a certain level where, like the level I am right now. And I know that there's some things if I started doing earlier, I would have been surpassed that or been at a more higher place by now. So that's what I would have done. I would just stop the procrastinating and just go head first. And I would start a whole lot of things earlier. So yeah.
What's something women assume about men that's completely false?
Omo, this is plenty.
That all men are the same. No, we're not the same.
That we are all misogynistic. I think that's it. I think maybe because of experiences or other people's experiences, but most women are usually very guarded and they assume every man is one type of way.
That all men cheat. Yeah, I'm going to say it's false because I have, let me not even say plenty, but I know a friend, and with him, if there's someone like that, it means there are definitely other people like that. I've never seen him in any situation of cheating whatsoever. Once he's with somebody, that's who he's going to be. He's just a lover boy, and I know that there are people like that exist. So
I think women think men are uncontrollable. And what I mean by that is a naked woman can walk into this room now and I would lose absolute control. I think that's one thing that is very false. I also believe women think men are cheap. And so if they just make advances, we're ready to agree. And when you don't, then you're either homosexual or one other thing. So I think that's also very false.
If he wanted to, he would. You hear that a lot. That a man knows what he wants, like up front, that we already know. Like when it comes to dating, a lot of women have told me that men know what they want, right? That if they meet a woman, he already knows if he's going to date her or marry her. He doesn't need to spend time with her. I think that's false. I think we go in with an open mind, especially as it concerns dating and getting to know a woman. And the woman, even if we start off not liking the lady, as time progresses and we get to know her, she may get into our good books through the conversation, shared values and all that. And she may then, after however long or however amount of time, then be the one. So we don't always already know.
I won't lie, there are many things that I feel they're very false, but women assume that most of us don't feel certain things or understand how certain things feel. It's quite irksome sometimes, but we actually do have a spectrum of feelings other than being angry and being fine.
And men don't show emotions. I'll say that. Or men are not emotional. Or guys don't talk to other guys. Yeah, I feel that's completely false. Or maybe it's just me and my guys, yeah. But I feel that's like entirely wrong because I don't know, I talk to my friends a lot, talk to my brothers a lot, we talk about almost everything. In fact, we talk about everything, man, like everything. So I talk to my boys, maybe that's just me and my friend circle, but that perception that guys don't talk to guys, they don't, or say if guys want to talk to themselves, they sit down sideways. Yo, I'm looking at my boy like he's on my yarning, or yeah, fair enough, when we're playing game, we're talking, we're driving, we're talking, but man, we yarn about everything. So that perception is to die.
When was the last time you cried and why?
Last time I cried.
I can't remember the last time I cried. Because I don't think you're allowed to cry. I don't know. And I feel like if anything happens, you just chest it and you keep moving forward. Even if you're about to cry, you have to like hold it and just like keep moving forward.
I cried in 2021. I was not at home. I had relocated somewhere else and things didn't look like they were going as planned, because I love to plan my life like meticulously, and it felt like things were not aligning. And one day I just sat down, thought about it, and I broke down.
Last time I cried was Christmas. I had sent money to my family to go out and have fun. I was still at work anyways, but yeah. And I told them that when they're out eating and celebrating, they should send me a picture, and it made me very happy, and yeah, I kind of cried after that.
The last time I cried was in 2020. I had just lost my cousin to colon cancer, so I think that hit a spot.
Last time I cried was at my friend's wedding. I was a groomsman at the wedding, and I was also covering that wedding. So I went there with my cousin, and my cousin was the one helping me, assisting me. So like in between being groomsman, I'll carry my gimbal, I'm recording the wedding, covering it, pass the camera to my cousin. But like after the wedding was so fun, we got so late. At some point I told my cousin, hey bro, go drop the camera in the car, everything, blah, blah, blah. Then like, let's say like 20 minutes later, he's still holding the camera, and then I'm like, bro, he said, no wala. I said, okay, cool. Then I asked him about the camera like some minutes later again, he's like, oh, I thought I gave it to you. Oh my God. I just started crying, because where do I start from? I checked everywhere, the hall, the card, I checked everywhere, but lo and behold, this camera, where he kept it, he actually hid it in a very, very small place in the car, but he didn't remember because he was so late. But yeah, that was when I cried. That was like 2021. So it was crazy, man.
You know how when you dream, like you have a dream and you cry in the dream, but you also find that you're crying in real life. So that was within the last month. I don't know if it was this month or last month, but within the last 30 days, I had a dream. This year, there have been a number of plane crashes, right? So I had a dream that I was at the airport and we were like at the departure lounge, right? And I think I was about to board a plane. In the distance, you see a plane that recently took off. You see it crash, right? And it was quite close. And everyone was quite emotional in the dream. And I go off, and shortly after, I call my sisters to let them know that I'm all right. And I see them later on. And, you know, I hugged them, and it was just tears in the dream and tears in real life. And it was just maybe a feeling of, I mean, it could have been me on that flight, or, you know, you never know, no one knows tomorrow. So it was quite emotional. I remember being emotional, you know, in the dream, and when waking up, and, you know, I was crying in the dream, and I think there were tears when I woke up. So one of those things that when you wake up, you send your family members a message and say, thinking of you, just want to let you know I love you and stuff like that. So yeah, I was quite emotional.
When we're talking crying now, do we mean like deep, serious tears? Because if we're going to be very specific and technical, I kind of like, my emotional strings get pulled easily, so I can be watching some random stuff and there's just one part that just gets emotional and my eyes become watery. It's not like I'm crying per se, like, oh my God, but I just get teary-eyed, so yeah.
Have you ever felt like your worth as a man was tied to your bank account?
I feel like that every other day sometimes, to be honest, yes.
Sadly enough, yes, every single time.
I feel currently that my worth is tied to my bank account, unfortunately. And in the world we live in, it's hard to fight the battle to thinking that it's not.
Yes, I'm actively trying to like disassociate from that. I think that happens more in like the relationship man and woman dynamic.
110% all the time. Even though I, on my own, have emotional awareness enough to understand that my worth is not tied to that, but society and the way things are structured heavily makes it feel like I am only important if I'm making money. If I'm not, then I should get out of the way.
First of all, mans don't got money, man. So you're not tying no what to my bank accounts. Nah, I've never felt like that.
I don't think it's like just for men. I think it's like for Nigerians in general. Men, women, I think it's like for everybody.
Do you feel women understand the pressure society puts on Nigerian men?
No.
No, big N-O.
No.
At all, man.
No, I don't feel women understand the pressures society puts on not just Nigerian men, but men in general.
They somehow believe we have it easy, or we have it easier than them. But I don't think anybody has it easier than the other person. Everybody goes through struggles, and we go through a lot of pressure. I'm not a woman, so I can't tell for women. But myself as a man, I go through a lot of pressure. Too much, way too much.
I don't think women understand men. I don't think men understand women. I feel like women are women and men are men. I feel like unless you're a man, you can't really know what men are going through. Unless you're a woman, you can't really know what women are going through.
Nah, I don't think they do, to be honest. And the same way we don't understand some of their own pressure too, I don't feel they understand the pressure society puts on Nigerian men.
Obviously, once this goes out there, a lot of women will say, no, we get it. No, but no, a lot of women really don't.
Before, I would say not in the slightest, but I think to some extent they are getting a bit of that thanks to social media and information just moving around there. But on a reality basis, I don't think so. I still think there's a gap in what they believe is happening and what is really happening.
At all. I mean, they are having the conversations these days, trying to understand, but like, bruh, at all. Till today, like, I know they say open up, but like, bro, don't tell no woman too much, bro. Don't tell her too much. Don't tell her everything. Funny enough, my dad used to say that, like, I tell a woman how to do this, but don't tell her everything. And I look at him like, yeah, what are you saying? Like, how can you say that? But like, growing up, that nigga was up to something, man.
Men carry a lot, and we're not allowed to no one is keeping us from sharing or speaking about the things that we go through, but it feels as if when men share, we're judged. We're judged more harshly when we share the things that we go through, our challenges, our trials, the things that are heavy on our hearts.
Have you ever considered doing something illegal for money?
Yes.
Is my mother going to see this? Jesus.
My parents should not say this, but definitely, man.
Currently, I'm considering doing something. I'm kidding.
Hell yes. I considered it. I was even at the verge of just...
I once thought about selling drugs. Yeah, and I had access to it, funny enough. So one time like that, I think I had met someone around where I used to stay in Surulere, and she knew someone that used to like sell weed. And the guy was making a lot of money, so I thought about it briefly. I also wanted to... Yes, I wanted to sell drugs one time.
No. Honestly, no. I mean, yes, but at the same time, no. It's like, okay, obviously we've all thought about it now. I mean, like, if that was to come, when you see people, one small boy yesterday is trekking, and today he's buying like jelly and stuff. Obviously, it comes to your mind now, especially when you feel like you need the money. But I feel like personality-wise, and like I was just raised different, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be so self-proclaimed or something. I don't know if that's correct, but yes, I am quite clever. So yes, I've thought of a plethora of things to illegally do, but I belong to Jesus, so I do the right thing all the time, kids.
But yes, I have a couple of times, and well, we'll just say it's God's grace that's keeping us on the good side of the world. So yeah,
Definitely. Hey, my parents should not say this, but definitely, man. Like, if I could get plugged up to like pounds of weed, man, like, bro, I'll push that shit. Legit. Even should not stereotype me. I'm like, hey, see his hair, Igbo, of course it's Igbo, but like, bro, that's like the easiest stuff to move. And I mean, everybody smoke.
Something illegal for money. No, I'm trying to run through all the vices, or as many vices as I can remember. Selling narcotics, stealing, prostitution, What else is there? Yahoo, internet fraud. No, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I'm a very principled individual, and integrity matters a lot to me. Maybe the closest thing. Well, that's not illegal. I was going to say maybe going into politics or government, but that's not illegal.
Hell yes. I considered it. I was even at the verge of just... I considered entering fraud, though. Pressing Lappy, I'm not even going to lie. Had all the whole, please give me this, sat down with them, trying to understand, but... Bruh, man. First of all, those guys, they're working hard, though, so don't think what they're doing is easy. But it wasn't just, my body didn't just flow, my mind, my whole mindset, everything didn't just go with it. So I just cleaned my hand off that and focused on on the legit way.
Would you date someone who earns way more than you? Why or why not?
I would. Why would I? Because I feel like money, and this can, go in the opposite direction too, but I feel like money doesn't necessarily determine the quality of a marriage or happiness per se. It's an ingredient in terms of how you live and where you live, right? And kind of school you can send your children to and things like that.
Funny enough, yes. I don't place people's worth based on how much they earn or how much they have. Funny enough, I treat everybody the same way. If you make way more money than I do, I'm very happy for you. And I feel like things can still work out. Whatever it is you make from work has nothing to do with me. Whatever it is I make from work has nothing to do with you. We just need to love each other. I love you the way I can, you love me the way I can, the way you can, regardless of how much I earn or how much you earn. Although, I would rather have more money than whoever it is I date, but that's not a problem for me because I might have more money and then she levels up in months' time.
It depends. If she can put me on, then definitely. But if she can't put me on, then. But if she can put me on, come my way, all day.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a fragile ego or pride that's tied to just my earning. If she's earning more than me, it's no problem. It's just for me to keep working. These things can be very, very dynamic. Over time, you never know, I could be making more. Doesn't mean I'm going to be sitting on my hands and not doing anything, but if she's making more, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Would I date someone who earns more than me, way more than me? To be honest, I think the simple answer is yes, right? Because as much as we say money in the bank account kind of equates to our worth, it's also a different battle entirely if you're talking about dating somebody who makes more, because it's less about the money they make, but more about the energy that money they make brings into the relationship. So if somebody makes more than I do, but one, we don't get to feel it as much. Two, it's driven towards bettering our lives, not just, something that brings energy of me feeling less of myself, then of course, by all means, I don't see the reason to chase that relationship away.
Definitely. I mean, my life, man, I've been with women that have had way more than me, man, and it didn't really mean anything. The only thing was that, oh yeah, they give me more than I give them, because they're richer than me. It's not easy to match it. So when girls are dead for you, they go all out. So how do I match that? I just do what I can and show extra love at the side. And people are shouting, oh, this is a stupid guy. But yeah, that's just it. I'll 100% date a woman that's richer than me, man. I don't even mind she's going to work, make her day house. Because my job is to edit. So I can be at home editing and doing my thing. I'll be making all the money, CEO, wife, whoosh, I'll make sure that everywhere is clean, everywhere is soft. As long as I'm getting my work done, bringing the money back, sign me up, man.
I think the issue many women, particularly in this part of the world, have about dating a man or marrying a man who earns less, it's not necessarily the woman that has the issue. It's what society would say, or what her friends would say, or what her family would say about the fact that she earns more than the man. Yeah, I think that's the issue. The woman herself may not have an issue with it, but if she's the kind that is, she's easily influenced, or she cares about what society says or other people say, if they were to say, if they were to raise their noses or snicker here and there about the fact that she earns more than her man, that may get to her. So coming back to what I was saying, if I find a woman who earns more than me and that kind of stuff doesn't bother her, and we get along well, and we share similar values and similar outlooks on life, and we love each other and we communicate and we understand each other and all that, hey, we would have a fantastic marriage.
Hell yes. My question is, why not? Why can't I date someone that earns way more than me? Hey man, we can get it any easy way we can, man. It's cool. If the person earns more than me, hey, touche, make your money, baby girl. I love you. I don't see a problem with that, please.
And finally, what's one thing you wished women understood about men?
Just one thing?
Just one thing.
Just one thing. I want women to understand about men.
I wish women understood that, yeah, there needs to be room for consideration and listening. I don't know if that can be understood the way I said it, but I genuinely feel like a lot of women just don't listen. They listen to respond. They don't listen to actually understand, which is why a lot of things can get misconstrued, and then they end up perceiving men a certain way instead of actually understanding that there's so much more behind what a man would say if they just listen.
It's not easy for us. It's not easy at all. I don't want to say we, I, and like so many men that I know, we try our best to be our best. There are so many people that might, not so many, I feel like there are a few people that might come across as like very terrible. I'm sure most women, they'll meet 100 men a day. So many of those men are nice, but then one single guy out of the 100 guys that have been nice taps out on the bomb, and all men are bad. So we do our best. We are under so much pressure. We still try to do our best to come through as men that we should be, or that the society expects us to be. Cut off some slack. Just tiny. I beg.
I don't know, I feel like sometimes when women like talk about men, like you see it on like those podcasts, and like they talk about men like in relationships, and like men this, that, responsibility, this one, that one. But like at the same time, it's like men kind of have it's like a burden. How like it's like, I don't know, maybe women like are burdened by it too, but it's like I think men are burdened by like their thoughts mostly. It's like in a day you're thinking about not just your future, but like you feel like, oh, your parents, you might have a younger brother, a younger sister. 99% of the time, you use like, out of like 24 hours, you use like 23 hours to think. The remaining 1 hour is to sleep and wake up and find something to eat. We're always thinking, like even when you think that we're not thinking, even when you think that we're having fun and stuff, we could be in the club, partying, but like at the same time, we just used to have to check our bank accounts just to like remind ourselves like what we're going to face outside. So we're always thinking, it's like we're burdened by our thoughts. And I feel like sometimes like we can get lost in our thoughts. Like when you're thinking too much, you just go do something you're not supposed to do. I feel like men are lost, and it's like men are supposed to be leaders. Leaders are not supposed to be lost. So sometimes it can be contradictory. But men need guidance. It's not just, oh, you're a man, figure it out. Like, sometimes we need guidance. We need somebody to like hold our hands. Not hold our hands like, oh, so I don't want anybody to talk to me. But like tell us, like show us, like those like guide us small, and then like maybe from there we'll take it from there. But everybody needs guidance now, especially men, especially as they get older.
For one, is that every man will have his time. It's very key that women know that men have stages in life, and those stages come with the lifestyle that accompanies that stage. So you don't expect me to be living a life of luxury that a 60-year-old man is living as a 30-year-old man, because the 60-year-old man has paid his dues that I am currently paying. So until they understand that, they navigate the world from a very different angle, and that navigation has its adverse effects on young men.
I wish women understood that when a man like openly says to you that he wanted to do something and there was like legitimate reason that he couldn't do it, like you should try and believe him. Like I don't know, man. It's just like the moment you like let a woman know that you can't do something, she like sees you less, or like, I don't want to say like she gets an ick or something. Like just that she just feels like you're not dependable. She can't depend on you, and once you're not dependable, yeah, slowly easing out of her life, man. So yeah, men need to take it easier on men, man. Like we mean these things, especially when you know the guy is into you, or like you know that the person is like, he really cares about you. Like just try to believe, just try your best.
We have feelings too. We are not as narrow or as, I don't know, as black and white as they think we are. You know, men are simple, I would say that, but at the same time, we have layers, and just because we don't share the layers, or we're not able as good at distilling things the way women do, does not mean that we're not layered, and that we're not, there aren't different sides to us, right? I would like women to, but I see their challenge, because sometimes a lot of men don't acknowledge the fact that we are layered, or that what we're feeling is not necessarily, for example, anger. What we're feeling is neglect, right? We don't really drill down into our feelings and what's going on with us, which then makes women think that we're just like black and white.
I really understood the fact that we can actually just be thinking about nothing. Because they tend to do this thing, what's wrong with you? Like, what's on your mind? And you're like, nothing. And it's like, it's not possible. Something always that be for real. Nothing. I'm in a void right now, and I'm lost in thoughts. I'm thinking, yes, but I ain't thinking about nothing. It's just try to find where we're even thinking about. So you need to understand that sometimes, just allow it.